Rugby League is back.
Drum roll, please.
You're a true Warriors fan.
I have no recollection of that hot take.
We don't all have to agree.
It's good to be back.
It's just a really boring thing.
Oh, no.
Start winning some games.
I think there'll be a lot of changes to the team.
I've got them making the 8 for mine.
Let's go. Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Advantage Line, TAB's Rugby League betting podcast. My name is Karl Tiley. In studio solo today for the first one back. No Paul Mawate. He is on a golf trip. No surprises there. But we do have two of the great men. First one being Nick Tedeschi. Teddy, welcome back for season 2026.
Oh my lord, do I love February. He is back. The excitement's there. You kind of, gets to December, you're maybe a little bit jaded after the season. Gets past Christmas, you get a bit of that feeling back, and February is like there's trial games, World Cup challenges this week. There's just plenty happening.
How good. And our third man in today is the great man, the former NRL player himself. He's had a bit of a buzz cut, I can see. Blake Ayshford. How we doing, man?
I'm doing good, fellas. Obviously, I know we're going to talk about a lot of points. I've got the Blues jersey on. Obviously, be winning the series, going off early. Also, the Tigers winning. I reckon it's a good time like Teddy, February. I've already booked tickets to the grand final, and I'm sure one of my teams will be in there.
I tell you what, Blake, you've had, over the last 3 or 4 years on this podcast, you've had some outrageous calls. One being the Eels to make the top 4. They finished dead last. I think last year you had the Storm missing the 8. You've gone the early crow and said the Tigers are going to win the comp. Wowee.
I said grand final day. Funnily enough, when we get into our ladder, I don't even think they make my top 8, but we'll get into that.
The good thing is, Ace, you seem to have 5 or 6 teams you cheer on, so you'll give yourself every chance.
Yeah. All right, well, first show back, fellas. We're going to do things a little bit differently. We'll talk a little bit of rugby league news shortly. But just a little bit of a look at what we're going to do for the punters. Instead of the old stock standard previews, because every man and his dog's doing that, I thought we'd do a little bit differently. Something we did last year that I quite enjoyed. Reverse ladder. I want you to describe the team's 2026 in a movie, a song title, or a TV show title. And that'll be a bit of fun. From there, we are going to predict our ladders. I actually went back and listened to the last episode last year. I don't know if you guys remember, but we did some very early calls. So I've got some notes around that. We'll see if they come true. And then we're going to have a look at some futures markets. Not necessarily these markets, whatever we lay down today, will not be against the season total. We'll do that next week. But just some options to have a look at, perhaps, because I think there is plenty of value around early doors. Anything to add, fellas, before we get into it?
Nothing. Ready to roll.
Good chat. Okay. Well, just quickly, there's a lot.
Trying to keep it tight this year, Karl.
Yeah, tight. Short, sharp. Let's do it. There has been a lot of news lately, and I don't even know where to start because, rugby league just doesn't ever under-deliver. Origin into New Zealand. Eligibility rules changed. Blake, you're probably the closest one here to playing Origin. What are your thoughts on the situation?
I sat back and actually took my time with this, Karl, because if I went at it, I would have said, no, I don't like it. But it's the way the game is now. When I was growing up, and Teddy would know, obviously there was City Country, the City Country team, then the best out of that got selected for New South Wales. The best out of New South Wales and Queensland got selected for Australia. Not the case anymore. We know it's not the case anymore. So for me, to still have Origin there, and look, people say Payne Haas, Crichton and that, if they play for another country, they don't have the passion. Well, go back and look at the games. I mean, there's passion there for wanting to win when you put on that jersey. So for me, I love it. I think we're going to see the best of the best. It'll be like all-stars. The only thing, though, being in New Zealand is I think it might take away from the junior game where a lot of kids who would want to play Origin and earn that money will leave New Zealand early to go over to Australia to try and be eligible. That's the only downfall I see in it. But the international game at the top level, I think, is getting even better. It will be even better with this decision. But I think Teddy will have something against it.
Hazard a guess to say Teddy completely disagrees.
Complete disgrace. Complete disgrace. For starters, I think we have enough New Zealanders in Australia. We don't need to be bringing them over at the age of 12. We've got enough over here. Second, I have no problem with them playing for Tonga, Samoa, any other second tier nation, but there should not be New Zealand players eligible for a state of origin. I just think it waters down exactly what Origin's all about, which is the state v state passion. Now, yeah, there has been passion. I was probably one who was against, your Brian To'os and whatnot playing Origin, and I was proven wrong on that one because I don't think the passion has diminished significantly on that. So I'm prepared to say, I could be wrong on that one, but I don't like this random drawing of lines because I remember there was a big thing about why couldn't we make rules that Sam Burgess was eligible for state of origin 10 years ago. Well, if you're going to have the best of the best, just make it an all-stars game because it's not like Origin's not an all-stars game. Origin is it's literally called state of origin where you were born, which is what it should be and where it should have started and ended, and that's the problem for me.
How do you feel then about two Kiwi parents head to Australia, have their child in Australia, said kid plays Origin, but also decides to play for New Zealand?
Don't like it at all. Don't think there should be any New Zealand /Origin. We've had Tony Karl. Stop it there.
I still don't think I don't think, say James Fisher-Harris gets picked, I think you'll still have Kiwi players that will not want to play State of Origin. They'll feel a certain way about it. And I haven't spoke to James Fisher-Harris, but, I think he wouldn't want to play. That's just me. Maybe he would. Maybe the competitor in him would want to play. But there'll be people that still won't want to play Origin that will want to play for their country. And look, 13, that's a young age. Like, if you're packing up and moving over by your 13, like, a lot can change in 4 or 5 years, like to pack up and move over to Australia. So for me, though, Teddy, I'm looking at the bigger picture in the international game. Like, yep, they can still play for Tonga and Samoa because it's tier 2, but then we're missing that Kiwi connection where a lot of the Kiwi players are then playing State of Origin, choosing not to play for New Zealand, but then they'll go and play for Samoa and Tonga. Now, I think, the game's about 50-50 now with Māori and Pacific Islander players.
It's 56% last time I checked. Well,
there you go. So, even in that, I think that this is just a step in the right direction for me because me thinking the pinnacle of rugby league should be international rugby league. Yeah. It should be. And I think this is a step towards that.
The problem with the can of worms opened a long time ago with some of the eligibility, particularly around Queensland. We all know the Devs Carnahan song. That's in Queensland. Yeah, Wellington, New Zealand, all that stuff, which is an absolute hit. But like Gillian Grigg, English choose to play for Queensland. All this stuff has been, very, very poor. And I think it has diminished Origin. And I also think this elevation for Origin above international is a major problem as well. I'm with you. Playing for your country should be the absolute pinnacle. But I don't think many people in the NRL would agree with you. I would say that they would consider the pinnacle to be playing State of Origin. And fans would consider it State of Origin. Not to say that these players don't thoroughly enjoy the cultural aspect of playing for their countries. But I think if you ask what the best football is, they would say playing State of Origin. And I think the pay packets would also relevant. Like you mentioned James Fisher-Harris, he may not want to, and you said maybe the competitive side that he will. I think there'll be a fair bit of, the financial side will also encourage a lot of people to play. And I think that diminishes the jerseys as well.
Well, speaking of financials, I'm going to use that as a segue to the next topic. And I actually don't know what the financials are, but Payne Haas leaving the Broncos and heading to the Bunnies. Pretty big news over the last few weeks.
It was so old school. There was no rumours about it. There was no he's been linked somewhere. You know, we all remember the DC saga last year. But him and Maguire and the Broncos can speak to the blue in the face. And they may not have had any personal falling out. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that Payne Haas, we talked about on the podcast last year, was overused to a point that was just like not sustainable. And then they've gone away on 2 long camps away from their family over the off season. I think that combined with you've just been lowballed, it's like, well, what are you guys doing? I want a premiership for you. You pretty much single-handedly won a premiership. Obviously not grand final day, which was all Reece, but they don't make the finals if he doesn't have that back end of the season last year. And then for him to lowball, he just calls Wayne and just like, you know, for whether Wayne still got it as a tactician, as a boss, it's been a long time since he won a premiership. One thing he does have is everyone knows he will look after the player. There's absolutely no way Payne Haas would have been playing some of those 70, 75-minute games that he did last year. And Haas has to know that if he wants to make this a career where he's playing till 33, 34, 35, well, then he's got to be playing for Wayne, not Madge.
Yeah, I love the move from Souths. I'm like you, Teddy, the low-balling offer. I mean, I haven't heard everything about it, whether it's true or not, but for me, that it's just a head-scratcher. Like, the guy is the best front rower in the world, hands down. In a game where you need your props to basically, or you need a prop to play almost 60, 70 minutes these days, how fast it is, he is the best to do it. The thing for me, if I transfer to South, I look at South, it's going to be tricky. This year will be good. I think they'll be good, but the trickiness comes in the next couple of years when I think 2028 the cap goes up.
Yep.
It may go up. Yep. But then you've got Cody Walker off. I think Jack Whiten might come off soon too.
They've only got 4 players signed beyond 2027, including Haas.
Well, there you go. So, like, you know, Colin Matungi's gone next year. So there's going to be some decisions. If we look at the team now as a whole, yep, unbelievable. Like, star-studded team on paper. But you look at the ages, who are they going to keep? I assume if Cody Walker does stay around and get another year or two, it'll be at less.
They'll do well another year out of Cody Walker. He's already 35, isn't he?
Isn't he like 42?
He started late. He did start late, which is amazing how good a career he's had. But that's what I mean. The look's going to be there. I suppose, what team do they have around them?
Cody Walker's currently 36.
Mate,
well, see, so basically, are they all chips in? Are they all chips in for 2027?
Well, I think there is definitely an element of chips in job, but I also think that they've just gone, well, we're going to rebuild around Haas. And like they signed like Jai Gray, I think was one of the players they've got signed on. They're going to obviously keep Cameron Murray. Although I dare say they'll be doing their best to keep Latrell. But I think moving on, I don't think anyone thinks they should keep Jack Whiten beyond this deal.
Look,
and if they do, he'll be on about a third of his contract because he is going like a busted.
One financial I can give you, Karl, is I just heard the other day minimum wage is 130. So I am willing to come out of retirement just for that. Like, yeah, where I sit, I will train, I'll torture my body because 130. I mean, you'd be happy not to play a first grade game and earn that. You know, if it's about money, it's a good career.
It's their old backup quarterback, isn't it? I saw you're an NFL man, Blake. Chase Daniel earned $55 million throughout his career. I don't think Chase Daniel started more than 10 games.
That's incredible.
Ace is happy to be played under 30 on the roster.
Well, we've got a mixtape of us training with the Warriors. I feel like I went better than Ace, so I'm about 150 and I'll be happy. All right, let's leave that there. Let's get into some fun. We're going to go reverse order of the ladder. Last year, as I said, I want either a movie title, a song title, or a TV show title to describe how you think that team will go this year, 2026.
I thought of how their season was last year. I've messed this one up.
We are airborne.
Hopefully, it still works. We can do it on the fly.
It could actually still work. Some of these.
Okay, I'll start with the Knights. I've got Paul Mawatis here as well. He did send his in. Knights, still haven't found what I'm looking for. You too. Points, players, all of it. Paul has got One for the Money from Nipsey Hussle.
Nice, Paulie. I've got the Royal Tenenbaums, the movie. Obviously, dysfunctional family, all under one roof. So it could still come true this year too.
I've got Dirty Old Town by the Pogues. Ordinary place, not getting any better.
All right, next up, the Titans. I've gone The Fast and the Furious, the first movie, like when Brian O'Connor wasn't great at street racing. They're fast, they're fun, they're unstructured, they don't really know what's going on. The Titans. I'm not going to read Paul's because it's episode 1 and I don't want to get in trouble first episode.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that's a big outside of the one who might get you into trouble first, Paul Malati.
Well, I think it's okay.
He was very, very short in betting on that one.
I think it's okay, but let's just ease into this, eh?
We can bleep it out, can't we?
Oh, let's get the lawyers on edge early. That's what we're after.
I've gone The Pursuit of Happiness. You're living in the Gold Coast. Karl Tiley obviously picks them for top 8 almost every year, and they're just trying to find that happiness in there.
Me and my wife went to Australia over Christmas, and I'm this close to moving to Gold Coast.
If you're over here by your age of 13, you would have been eligible for Queensland.
Well, the way Cody Walker's going, I'm still a chance.
Gold Coast, who are you by the Who? I've never seen a roster where I can identify less people in even when you get to their top 30, I reckon I can only name about 23 players.
Okay, next one, the Dragons. Everybody Hurts by REM. They're old, they're broken. The fans want more. Flano seems like a punish.
I've heard he was a very good coach, Blake.
And Paul's really phoned this one in. How to Train a Dragon.
Cheers, Paul.
Nice, Paulie. I've gone. Now this was last year. I think it might change this year, but wait to see. Toxic, Britney Spears.
That's great. Oh, I love that. Dragons, 6 months in a leaky by split ends. Not a rough year.
Yep, nice. Bunnies, Back in the Game by Airborne. They'll be back playing finals this year. Paul has Watership Down, but maybe with a happy ending. I'm not sure what he's referencing there. I've never seen that.
No idea what he's talking about there.
I've gone Hacksaw Ridge. I don't know if we've seen that. Once again from last year, but it has started true this year with some injuries. But little Jai Gray just goes back, gets the troops, put them on the shoulder, tries to get them to glory.
Nice.
Like it. Dog days are over. Florence the Machine.
Oh, nice. I wouldn't have picked you as a Florence guy, Teddy.
I'm a man of many talents and many, many, many varied tastes, Karl. But I have no idea who Nipsey Hussle is. I can tell you that right now.
Tigers, Under Pressure, Queen. Benji, can he deliver? And Paul had What's Up, Pussycat by Tom Jones.
He really is just throwing this in. His whole career's been throwing stuff in, but this is next level.
Well, he did say, he goes, I think the Tigers will be more like pussycats than big cats. Soz Blake.
Yeah, I felt that. Tigers, Ted Lasso show. Get a coach come in for the new philosophy, taking time, all works out.
Okay.
Tigers, Lawyers, Guns and Money by Warren Zevon. Just off-field debacle the entire time.
Okay, next one. Cowboys, Groundhog Day. New season, same results.
Yeah.
And Paul had... Oh, my God. What did he... Mamas don't let your babies grow up to be wooden spoon contenders.
I really wish he was here to just explain himself with some of these.
Well, I'll be able to explain it because that's what I had for the Cowboys. Of all the songs. Wow, Paul. I'm thinking on the same wavelength as Paul. I'm about to go get help after this.
That's mine. I had Eagle Eye, the movie. So all their defenses are just hacked from all the other countries, and they're just easy to read.
That's good. That's deep.
Mm.
One of my favourite TV shows for the Eels, Lost. Still searching for answers under new coach. Very reliant on Moses. And Paul had breaking up is hard and referenced Zach Lomax.
I've gone, don't mind the yours. We've only just begun, the Carpenters.
Standing on the outside, Cole Chisel.
Seagulls next. Final destination. The injuries are inevitable.
Tommy Tuo.
Yep. And Paul had broken wings. Mister.
Once again, keep in mind mine was for last year, but still might be this year. No Vaseline by Ice Cube. One man can destroy a whole team. I want to say one man can wreck the whole team. But,
oh, wow. You might have taken a breath in a bit of time there, bud. That's brilliant. This one's for Anthony Seibold. Me So Stupid by ZZ Top.
Okay. Dolphins. Eye of the Tiger. And then Paul had The Boys Are Back in Town.
Yep. I had the movie Kingpin. World champ falls off, and then they go on to glory at the end. So Kingpin for me.
There's Too Much Love by Bill and Sebastian. Everyone's keen on the Dolphins this year, and it's got me a little concerned. When everyone likes something.
Okay.
Including me. I like them a lot.
Roosters. The Empire Strikes Back.
That's all right.
And Paul has Birds, the movie.
That's less good.
And like the movie, these birds will be a nightmare for most teams.
Nice. Not bad. The Replacements for me.
Oh, what a movie.
Well, yeah, it's a great movie. Come in, have a crack, just fall short.
Simply the best. Tina Turner.
Nice. That's a good one. Panthers. Humble by Kendrick Lamar. And Paul has... Let me finish. He's got Brokeback Mountain. The teams that must play at the foot of the Blue Mountains will feel like they have had their backs broken.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Oh, in what way, Paul? In what way?
In what way?
I've gone for the Panthers. I've gone The End of the World as We Know It by R.E.M.
I like that.
I've gone the other way. Here Comes Your Man by the Pixies. Don't write Penrith off. But they're in for another big year. They're back.
Yeah. The Warriors. Can't Hold Us by Macklemore. And Paul has got Finally by CC Peniston.
I've gone Glory Road. Team just built on depth. They fall short, but then they come back and win multiple titles.
Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
That's the one.
Nice, Teddy.
Good. Sharks, Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. Really early finals exit, no shock. And Paul's got It Should Be Easy by Britney Spears.
I've gone Green Lantern. You know, we thought we were going to get a good superhero movie, and then it ended up being a flop. So
I've gone Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind. They've once again been given a very easy draw. They make the finals, but they can't quite get it done, so not quite a charmed life.
Broncos, Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. And then Paul has got Please Don't Go or Don't You Want Me due to the Haas debacle.
Oh, yeah. I'll pass on this. I had Remember the Titans for last year. Just, you know, getting a team together. They didn't want the coach, and they ended up winning it.
Another great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, great movie. Eve of Destruction by Barry Maguire. It all goes bad for the Broncos this year.
You're so deep on this take, eh?
I'm so deep. It's so poor.
Bulldogs. I've got Mighty Ducks 2. They've started believing in the headlines a little bit too early. And Paul has got Blue Highway by Brother Love. could be a highway to heaven or a highway to hell. Not sure which one.
Still on the fence there, Paul.
Yeah, I've gone The Cable Guy, another great flick, Jim Carrey, but it's a perfect world, and then you let one person into that sort of squad, and everything goes out the window and it goes downhill.
That is great.
Which is what sort of happened last year, and, well, yeah, we'll wait and see.
I've got 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. Issue around the 9. Issue around the 7. In between the 9 and the 5. So 9 to 5, Dolly.
Flip that around, they go from 5th to 9th.
Well, we can finish third, but anyway. Thanks, Karl.
The Storm, I've got Succession, the TV show. Cold, corporate dominance, no feelings involved. Just get it done. And Paul has got The Usual Suspects.
I've got The Boys are back in town. I just think they'll be back in town again.
Yep.
I've got If I Had a Boat by Lyle Lovett. If they had a boat, if the Green listeners' boat, they might have been able to keep Pappenhausen. They might have been able to get Zach Lomax.
And last one, the Raiders. I've got Pressure by Billy Joel. Tight games, gone, regression, I think. And Paul has got Fallen Down. What goes up must come down. Without Fogarty, Canberra will fall out of the 8.
I've gone The Truman Show. Everything's scripted. It's a perfect world, and I think it does come all crumbling down when they realise this year that it wasn't as pretty as last year.
Big Jim Carrey guy.
I love Jim Carrey. Yeah.
I've got Free Fallen by Tom Petty. Exactly what we talked about.
Oh,
Very a bad case of regression this year.
I think we're all on a similar page here, which is wild.
Yeah, not good.
We're going to find out now because we're going to go through and do our ladders. Before we do this, though, like I said, I went through the last show of last year. We had a segment, pretty early calls or something along the lines of. Just want to highlight a few things. We were all really high on the Roosters and all really high on the Roosters.
For this year?
This year.
Okay.
All really high on the Dolphins and the Bunnies.
Okay.
Making a comeback. Blake even said the Dolphins are a lock. Get them at whatever price you can now to make the 8. Blake's fallen into an old trap. He's high on power as well. Teddy had the Warriors and Broncos dropping out of the 8.
I'm backing off that.
Wow.
Yeah. I had the Sharks and the Raiders dropping out.
Yep.
Sharks don't drop out.
No, I don't think they do anymore. But I've Surly had Para making the 8. Paul and Teddy had the Cows to make for the spoon.
Yeah.
I had Dragons or Knights. Blake had Titans or Knights, and Surly had Knights. And I also had a dream about Herbie Farnworth. Just thought that was.
Herbie Farnworth is to you is what Bad Bunny is to every 35 to 45-year-old wife after the Super Bowl. Just, you cannot stop thinking about him.
No, I'm just saying I had a dream the night before we recorded that last show. I thought that was quite funny. I forgot about that. All right, so Paul hasn't given me in his ladder. No surprises. The big surprises, though, Surly has given me his ladder.
Wow.
Unprecedented stuff.
Yeah. So, should we do what we've done the last few years? We'll go bottom up.
Yep.
We'll go around the room. I'll start. I'll go me.
And do you want a big prediction for teams now or not? Well, we're doing this or not?
If you've got a big prediction for, have you gone through and done one for every team? Have you?
Most teams.
Okay, I have not. I've got one bold prediction that I'm so nervous to say it on camera, but I think I'm going to do it.
Oh, I'm not putting anything on the line for it.
I
Good.
I was.
Good.
But I don't. My wife might not like that, so I don't know. It's like okay. Let's just do this. All right, we'll start at the bottom. I'll go me, Surly, then we'll go Blake, Teddy. I've got the Knights running last. Surly also has the Knights running last.
Make that 3.
Make that 4.
How good. I love this.
I do think Holbrook's a good coach, and I do think he will get them going eventually, but they're ordinary.
I'm all for another year of death riding the Knights. Second last, I have got the Dragons, and so does Surly.
I have the Cowboys.
I've got the Titans. I'm very confident that the Titans won't finish last. I'm not sure they can get out of the bottom 4, but I think they've got enough wins to not finish last.
Yeah. I third to last. What's that? 17, 16, 15th. I have got the Tigers, and Surly has got the Titans.
I have the Eagles.
I've just realised I was reading from last year's ladder. I actually have the Titans finishing 15th. So nothing's changed. I have the Knights, but I got the Tigers finishing. We'll put them in 15th.
So you've got the what in 15th? Tigers.
I did have the Titans, but I was switching around these. I got the Tigers.
Sorry, was this for 16th?
That was 15th.
15th, yeah.
Okay, so 14th, I have the Titans. Surly has the Cowboys.
So what for 14th?
Yeah.
Yep, I have the Raiders.
Whew, like that. Cowboys.
13th, I have the Cowboys, and Surly has the Tigers.
I have the Dragons.
Parramatta.
Ooh. Okay, what are we, 12th? I have got the Eels. Surly has got the Seagulls.
I've got the Titans.
I've got the Dragons, but probably after seeing their last 2 trials, I'm pretty keen to downgrade them.
Okay. 11th, I've got the Raiders. Surly's got the Bunnies in 11th.
I've got the Sharks.
Wow.
Only made the finals in 30 in the last 14 years.
Here's the call that we've been waiting on from Blake.
Yeah, that's what we're after.
$2.15.
I've got Manly. I think Manly are absolutely rubbish this year, but they've been given a very easy draw. So 11th, Manly.
Okay, I've got Manly in 10th. Surly has the Eels in 10th, even though end of last year he's saying they'll make the 8.
I got the Tigers in 10th. Hurts. Got them in 10th.
Raiders, 10th.
Into 9th, I have got the Bulldogs, and so does Surly.
And so does Blake.
Grubs. 9th, I've got South Sydney. And I've got them in Canterbury about the same, equal, but South have got a historically difficult draw. They've been given a very, very bad draw. So
They had a tough one last year too, eh?
they always cop it.
Yeah.
Because Nick Politis hates South, obviously.
All right, into the top 8 now. I have got, finishing in 8th, the Brisbane Broncos. Surly has the Sharks.
I've got Parramatta Eels.
Dogs.
7th, I have got the Bunnies. Surly has the Raiders.
I've got the Broncos.
Yeah, I've got Broncos too.
Okay, 6th, I've got the Dolphins, and so does Surly.
I've got the New Zealand Warriors in 6th.
Oh, harsh. Wow. I've got the Dolphins too.
5th now, the Penrith Panthers for mine, and Surly has the Broncos.
I've got the Roosters.
I've made a living backing this team to make the top 4 every year, of which they've done it pretty much exclusively since 2005 or 6, but I've got the Melbourne Storm finishing 5th.
Wow.
Outside of the top 4.
Huge.
That might be my hot take.
Wow.
I don't feel good about it at all.
I have got the Storm in 4th, and so does Surly.
I've got the Panthers in 4th.
The Cronulla Sharks 4th.
I have got the Sharks 3rd. Surly has the Warriors 3rd.
I got the Dolphins in third.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've got the Warriors in third. Thank you to the easiest draw. They got the Canberra Raiders draw from last year this year. So good luck to you. I'm not saying it'll be real or sustainable, but they're top 4 team. Can't believe the odds.
As a result of that, I've got the Warriors in second, and Searley has the Roosters second.
I've got South Sydney Rabbitohs in second.
Wow.
Penrith Panthers team.
And then I have the Roosters first. Searley has the Panthers first.
I got the Melbourne Storm first.
Sydney Roosters not only first, but I've got them winning the minor premiership by three plus games.
Wow. Okay.
Clear best team.
It's so hard when you do you talk about the weakest schedule, because the weakest teams change every year. You're going to have the weakest schedule on what happened last year, not what's going to happen this year.
Well, I kind of blended the schedules together based on the odds for this year. Based on so half of the wins and also the wins from last year, and then kind of the other half is what you've got, who you're facing based on the odds for this year.
I ran my ladder through. I asked a AI to give me its ladder.
Yeah.
And then I put my ladder up against it, and then it said, "Oh, should I run a simulation for the first 8 rounds and see where things are at?" And just started picking my ladder apart. And it's like if you want the Warriors to finish up here, they cannot drop more than 2 games to start the first 6, and blah blah blah. And long story short, the Panthers came out on top. The Warriors lost in the second round, and I went back and said, "Look, you wanted this to happen, didn't you, mate?" And then we got into an argument about how the AI wasn't treating everything fair and respectfully. So, don't know.
Well, the AI was wrong because no team has an easier last 8 games of the year than the Warriors, so they can drop as many as they want to because they're going to come home like a steam train. Sorry, AI. There
we go. Right. Any other bold takes you want to get off your chest, Teddy?
Yeah, Jamin Salmon will possibly drive me to murder this year. So, well, he was good. But for some reason, Serraldo wants to persist on him being the next Isaiah Yo, so I'm not sure that's going to work. But anyway, players will turn on Lachlan Maguire. That's all going very, very pear-shaped for him. Selwyn Cobbo, massive year. Selwyn Cobbo to have a absolutely huge year. On the other end, Jonah Pezzett, awful year. And my favourite thing to predict, first coach sacked, Anthony Sebo. New CEO, club's ordinary, at the end of the line. His man, Tony Mestrov's not there to protect him anymore. He'll be gone before round 8.
Round 8, okay. Huge.
Wow.
You got any bold takes, Blake?
No, I'm just doubling down on what I said last year. Dolphins, $4, top 4.
It's great.
I'm on already. So, yeah, follow that. I did look at the most losses. The Knights at $4.50 isn't a bad price either. $4.50. So
Tigers at $8 looks a good bet too.
Don't start.
Just hold the horses. We're going to get there, fellas. This is the whole next segment.
Sorry. I've got plenty more in there.
I don't want to do this. I want to make if the Warriors don't make the 8, I will do something.
What?
Well, that's it. Like,
what are you doing?
I don't know. The first thing that came to mind was shave my head, but I don't really want to shave my head because I don't know what I look like under there.
Oh, that's the whole point of it, isn't it?
I know, and I don't think it'll be a problem. But do I just commit to it? And
well, you're a bit of a tattooist.
Oh,
Warriors suck or something.
Whoa,
like that.
hey,
I don't know.
I'd rather shave the head. I'd rather shave.
I reckon. I've got the perfect one. That if the Warriors don't make the 8, you will double Aish and Teddy's salaries for the podcast this year.
I'll be deaf right in the Warriors. Don't do that.
Maybe
it's going to make things uncomfortable with your bosses. To get it over the line. So,
I think
this
could be a thing where we chat during the week, Karl. Everyone chucks in ideas, and then we meet next week and have a lock. All have a lock, and then we've all got a punishment or something.
Yeah, I like that. There's got to be something on the line. If I do it, everyone's got to have something on the line.
Yep. All get a bit antsy.
Or we do it for our season-long betting, and whoever comes last.
Well, it doesn't really matter what we choose. We'll just get whatever Moati. What's Moati going to do?
Or Sealy, if he's minus 200 every week, it's going to be tough to come back from.
Tell you what, he might start putting his tips in.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. There's something there, I think. Okay. Now we will go. Let's have a look at some futures betting, and I think we'll go top 4, top 8 to miss the 8, top regions, most losses. It's kind of anything that's jumped out to you that you think is worth a shout for the punters to have a look at.
Oh, I did a lock play value for each of them. I thought that was what we were doing.
Yeah, sure. I like I said, we can kind of just make this up. It's our own show. Do what we want. That lock lay value was just my title for I thought it was a pretty catchy title.
Yeah, we could work a little bit on the rundown. I was very confused by pretty much every segment.
Oh, you were the only one, so.
No, I wasn't. Blake did last year's ladder.
I got top 4, 3 bets I really like. Roosters at $2.50. Crazy. And then Sharks at $3.50. Warriors at $5. Love those bets.
$5. Top 4. I've got the Storm, obviously $1.90 short, but then I've already said, and I'll double down once again, this tripling down. Dolphins $4.
Yep.
I've got the lock, Roosters $2.50. The value, Warriors $5. I didn't mention here, but I agree with the Dolphins. I think they're the value bet there. But I haven't got a making. And lay, Broncos $2.25 to miss.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yep.
Laying the Broncos.
Nice. Top 8. Before I say the markets, I do have to say, if you haven't seen it, we've got a promo at the moment. Warriors to make the top 8 at $2.25. We've got a promo that runs up until kickoff of their first game against the Roosters. $3 to make the top 8 for the Warriors. Max bet $20.
Australians eligible.
If you come over here and place a bet, open an account, place a bet, get an address, get it verified, sure.
Oh, well, I guess I'm moving in, Karl.
So yeah, head to the Punters Lounge or the website to check that out. But yeah, I think like Warriors at $2.25 or $3. Rabbitohs $1.90 and Dolphins $1.80. I think great value there.
Yeah, I've followed there with the Bunnies, and obviously already had that down. Karl, the $3. I'm obviously frequent user of the Tab app, and I'm always on it. So to see the $3 this morning and last night, it was jumped at it straight away. So all over that.
Lock, Sharks $1.65. Can't believe that price. Only made it 13 in the last 14 years. They Warriors $2.25. Been better at $3. And the lay, this is in the to miss market, Canberra $2.10 to miss the 8.
Yep.
Quick question. You just said the Sharks have made it 13 in the last 14 years.
I think that's true, yeah.
That other year, Blake, were you there then?
I think we got the spoon, yes. It was the Asada year. It all come tumbling down for them.
That's tough. That was your first year, right? You walked into
First year there, yep.
Yeah, I lied. It's 12 of the last 14 years. They missed it in 2014. It might have been the Asia. They were 9th in 2021 when they fired John Morris.
Yeah. All right, sticking with, I guess, the lays, missed the 8. I like Para, $1.83. I think you said the Raiders, Teddy, $2.10.
Yep.
And the Dogs at $2.35.
Grub.
Yeah, Raiders $2.10. I'm all over that. I'm also, like I said, for anyone, I know there won't be many out there, but think that the Sharks might have an off year, like myself. $2.15. So it is a bit short for the Sharks, really. You'd be wanting a bit more, but I just got a feeling that being in teams that have been up for so long with the same players tends to wear out after time.
Yeah.
So.
With the miss, I already kind of mentioned the Raiders. I also thought the Eels at $1.83.
Yeah.
A great bet to miss out too.
What about most losses? So wooden spoon market. Blake, you mentioned Knights $4.50, Dragons are $4.50, and the Tigers are $6.
Yeah, I don't mind. There's a couple other I wrote down. Depends how exotic you want to get. Manly at $17. I don't think anyone will go past really the Knights. I've already got them wooden spoon. But even if the Raiders fall off the wagon with a couple of injuries, the depth might not be that strong. They're 41s.
Whew.
So, reaching a bit there.
What was the stat last year, Teddy? The Raiders have never not won 10 or more games or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, reaching.
For like the last 20 odd years. The lock for me, or I wouldn't call it a lock, but best bet, Tigers, $6 for the spoon. They, I agree with Manly, $17. And lay Titans, $4.50. They're not running last.
Sorry, did you say Tigers wooden spoon?
At the price, yeah. I got the Knights running last, but $6 for the Tigers.
Make it
another year of this, is it? Another year of this, is it?
The team, to me, here are the teams that run last. Like, they are rarely like just the bad teams. And so I'd be like, well, Holbrook's probably got to get the Knights going. I can see the Tigers firing Benji this year. I think then things fall apart. I'm not saying they're going to, but I can see them.
Re-signed him.
Yeah, till 2030. But that was a panic re-sign.
Doesn't mean anything.
I love that they went and extended him for 3 or 4 years when there was absolutely no market for him. It's like, This is great. Well, this is like the Dylan Brown offer at Newcastle. It's like, people offering him 2-year deals for $600,000 a year. Here, have a 10-year deal worth $17 million.
It'd be crazy to do it after doing that, though. That's another couple of years.
Well, I think it's going to depend on who the CEO is. Like, I don't think they've named a new CEO yet. So, but I'll give you a hot tip: if it's Mestro, Anthony Seibold won't be far behind.
Right. Any others that any futures ones that have jumped out to you? I've got a couple. We've got a multi-builder, the season multi-builder. Couple for mine. If I put my top 8 in there, comes out at $29.66. So I'm going to have a little go at that. Dolphins, Warriors, Bunnies, all top 8, comes out at $7.69. And Roosters, Warriors, top 4, $12.50.
I like that.
That is good. I've gone. Well, the other one, would be top regions for me. Just like the Dolphins at $7 if they get hot, and also
them and the Warriors. Them and the Warriors, top non New South Wales, $7 and $8. I can get back both those, and you'll do very well for yourself.
I've got top New South Wales team. I've got the Bunnies at 7s as well. Obviously, I'm high in the Bunnies, so that's me. With those, the multi-builder. Go on, Ted. What do you
my in the region stuff. My best bet of anything pre-season. Top New South Wales Roosters, $4.50. Absolutely love it.
I've gone. My multi-builder was just. I had the Warriors, the Dolphins, and the Roosters all top 8, and the Storm top 4, $10.77. So that's mine.
Paul, actually, I should say, Paul's got a couple of bets here too. He likes Warriors top 4, Dolphins top 8. Mine are Friends and Sharks at $13. Grand final teams, Warriors and Bulldogs. That's a G out. He can't be. Cowboys, most losses.
I'm sorry for all the bad things I said about you, Paul. It seems like you're a very astute judge.
And then, believe it or not, Surly sent me some too. Top 4 multi, Roosters and Warriors, which I think I said, $12.50. Yep. Single for Warriors top 4. Then he's got Finns, Wars, Roosters, Panthers top 8. And most losses, Knights. So we're all on the same road running. We're all going that way together here, pretty much.
There's a lot of that. It's been very odd and very disconcerting.
Yeah.
It'd be good to see where everyone's. I just did mine quickly, Karl. The top 8 multi-builder. So mine must be more exotic than yours. Mine's $34.
Ooh.
So
I think unfortunately you can't do it in Australia, so you'll have to jam one in. But
Well, maybe we'll get the I'll get the boys to whip up a graphic of everyone's top 8 in the multi-builder. Sounds like something we can do. But I think that's probably a good spot, lads, to leave this week. We will come back next week, and what we'll do is we'll continue our sort of futures look. We'll have a look at some players, some top try scorers, top point scorers, trying to see if we can get some over-under markets for the teams.
Oh, that'd be delightful. Bookies get later and later every year with those over-under markets. Season starts in a week.
Yeah, so we'll finish out. We'll preview Vegas. We'll NRL next week. Preview Vegas.
Oh, stop it.
So we'll set our parameters for our year-long tipping comp, potential punishments, all of that good stuff. So with that, lads, thank you very much for joining me. To you, Teddy, to you, Blake, to the punters out there, and we'll see you next week on The Advantage Line.